Alright guys, let's see how this goes. Just doing it again. Okay. Scroll. A letter from home. Braga, furnace of my heart. The forge isn't the same without you. Without your laughter. But I know you're doing this to find the shards we need. Little Eartha says we should spend them on making the forge as big as the sky. I got her a small brick mallet so she can pretend to make her own things. Elgrin took it from her. As you know, he's not a man who believes in forge wives. He wasn't as brave talking to me like that. I got the mallet back. Elgrin should have bigger concerns. The town is flooded again. So many trees have turned to fire in the forges that the hills are as bald as my gramps. There have been mudslides and floods all down the valley. Vildguide says we should be replanting, that the forest will bind the soil and give us a number in the future. But Elgrin says they must use our time to build the flood walls higher, and he's the Elderman? Yeah, Elderman. So, what else can we do? Others might not listen to Vilga, but she is earning grudging respect. She made a pump to bail out the waters. Now they're selling well across the claim wherever there is flooding. Eartha follows her around day and night, always asking questions. I hope you're staying safe from the storms in your camp. Eartha misses you so much. The fires in me burn for your return. Bergrena, I think. Anyway, we're at the card camp. Or at least I think we are. Oh my gosh, not one thing is another. Good to see this. Maggie, move your head, honey. Thank you. I know, nice warm blanket and I disturbed you. How very dare I? How very dare I? There you go. Mean auntie. Hmm? Yeah. Mean auntie out. Okay, let's see if this works. Alright, hopefully it's charging this time. Alright. Let's do save after that. Hope it doesn't freaking boot me. It's probably going to. Oh, amazing, it didn't that time. Well, the cards are quite grouchy today.
You told me they were the best delving crew in the claim.
You told me we'd be drowning in artifacts.
Well, I found this, didn't I?
It's a tray.
By the sun, man! Not even the most accomplished crafters of Meridian could pull off such symmetry.
Is that a
I wonder what
mousetrap?
the old ones served on it. Appetizers, seafood.
It's a tray! Who are you?
Rushavid? You wouldn't recognize the sun if it hit you in the face. This is the savior of Meridian, the one who sees the unseen. You've come for them, haven't you?
Them?
The relics! The lake is full of them. Something big happened here in ancient times.
You mind if I take a look? Whew. That's a lot of data.
Should we be sending for a healer?
Whatever this is, it all points to something called a mobile cover system.
Oh, you mean a cover for the tray?
No. More like something that could come handy in a fight. Where did you find this?
The dig site,
Which is now crawling with machines. And unless they magically disappear, we are leaving!
Don't you want to find out what actually happened here?
Maybe we still can.
I think it's the best gay couple representation I've ever seen.
What drew you to this place in particular?
Every good expedition starts with a rumor. When the Tenakth chased our forces out of the west, returning soldiers described this lake, rife with signs of the ancients. I knew as soon as I heard the tales that its waters promised a bounty of artifacts.
A promise that hasn't been kept. At least so far.
Oh,
Those who
look
are
what it is. It's a
patient will
drive.
be
It's got
rewarded with
8-hole pins
sunlight
on it.
when clouds pass.
There's plenty of ruins in the east. Why come all the way out here to look for artifacts?
Ah, well, while my colleagues scour the same old ruins, I intend to blaze a new trail. Loquacious Gendas, the first scholar to discover the secrets of the West. Why, I'll be as famous as the great scribe Aram.
You don't seem to share his optimism.
I sell artifacts to nobles. Ideally, trinkets that are a little more glamorous than seafood trays.
You can be so boorish.
Somebody's got to pay for expeditions like these, and so far we haven't found anything that'll cover my costs.
So you got attacked by machines at your dig site?
It was horrifying. When we arrived, the sight seemed as calm as a gentle breeze. I saw a glint in the water and waded in. It was the tray. I was so enamored with it, I didn't even see the machines closing in. I barely escaped with my life.
I was there. You actually had a pretty good head
As I
start
see
on
one
them.
of those
Easy
vile
for you to say,
creatures
gawking
fly
from a
by in
safe
the
distance.
background.
In any event, I had hoped the Oseram would deal with them. They're supposed to be the best delving crew in the claim.
Instead, all they do is moan about hazard pay. Ha! Not a chance unless we can find some booty to cover my investment.
Where's this dig site? Seems like the best place to start if I'm gonna follow up on this mobile cover system. Maybe I can figure out what actually happened here.
The site is just behind us, up the lake to the west. I knew it was no coincidence our paths crossed, Savior. Imagine what stories you'll bring us once you search the lake with your second sight.
Hopefully just the truth.
The sun has truly shined upon us this day.
Oh, I don't think I'll be doing that for a while. Level 22. I think I might be level 10 if I'm lucky. Well, I guess it wants me to go that way, seeing as it won't let me open any of these. Or even any of those swimming ones. So, I guess these. So, I guess we go this way.
You ever wonder if this is worth it? Because in these moments of a few shards are gonna buy that.
Well, crap. Just good bows and stuff, but it's probably all twice my level by the looks of it.
Next time, we will forge a deal together.
Ah, finally!
Just what we needed. A reason to stay in this sun-forsaken place.
Oh yeah, wide malls and everything else, so I don't think I'm anywhere near ready.
Guess it's not gonna hurt it much.
We got all the bristle back. You ever want?
I'll draw the shards from your pockets next time.
I haven't felt like this for a long time.
I don't respond.
I'll mark this spot in my focus. Come back later. Not sure how to get rid of this stuff. There's a lot to explore down there. Wonder what I could find. hot. Water in my boots. This is it. Location of the coordinates I scanned from the spire. The workshop underneath it. It's some kind of log. Most of it's redacted.
Day 1. Despite my concern about missing couplings, it was relatively simple to install Hades on the detached processing orb. The subject appears to be fully conscious and completely helpless. Even so, it will never divulge its contents willingly. Ergo, it's time for some experimentation. Somebody's up to no good. Day 2. My additional attempts at coercion have failed, but patience is in order. It's self-aware, so it can suffer. All it takes is the correct stimulus at sufficient intensity. Day 5. Success. The irony is delicious. Various forms of data produce discomfort in the subject, but none more so than natural imagery. Holographic representations of plants and animals work best. The more vivid, the better. The effect appears to be excruciating. One loop in particular of rabbits hopping through a field of flowers produced paroxysms of agony. Very soon, I believe the subject will become compliant. Oh, here we go. Good Lord. Time for vape. Day 6. I've extracted some fascinating technical specs on Gaia's data structure, specifically how her heuristic matrix interweaved with her subordinate functions. Yet the more I learn about the system's intended workings, and especially Hades' relatively simple role as an extinction failsafe, the more I wonder about the signal that corrupted it. What could have possibly transformed a low-level machine intelligence into fully conscious super-entity capable of strategic planning, deceit, and even genocide? Some form of previously unknown Pharaoh software, perhaps? But I don't see how such technology could be sufficiently advanced unless further technical discoveries were made after the destruction of the biosphere, perhaps by survivors in lithium? It all seems far-fetched. Back to the source, then. Eventually, Hades will tell me what I want to know. Day 7. It appears that my coercive efforts come at a significant cost. Hades' digital convulsions produce waves of feedback that corrupt its data structures, and the effect is accelerating. The interrogation is quite literally disintegrating its mind, piece by piece. By the time I'm done, there will be little left. No matter, the data I've extracted, and will continue to extract, is worth any price, as long as I can access it all before the subject becomes the electronic equivalent of a hollowed-out skull. Day 10. Finally, the revelation I've been seeking has revealed itself, astonishing and terrifying even to me. With it, the seeds of a plan have formed within my mind. The next few months will test my capacities more than any previous challenge. I'll have to stretch my intellect, reach higher, and dig deeper than ever before. Yes, I'm confident that it can be accomplished, with a little help, of course. Day 12. My work here is done. I have learned all I can. Hades deserves no pity, but it is indeed a pitiful state. It's time to relocate it to a more impressive position for its date with destiny. About that, Aloy still hasn't returned to Meridian nor learned of my ruse. But she will. It's only a matter of time, and then the pieces will begin to fall into place. Oh,
Looks like Silence put a lot of
gee,
work into
I
forcing
wonder.
Hades to talk.
Could it possibly have been Silent? Yeah. Evil. Evil, evil, evil. That man is the strangest thing.
That device is blinking. I guess Silence wants me to check it out.
Poor Hades, so cramped in there, no room to think. You can't even speak. Now the processing orb of a Titan, on the other hand, well, you are used to that. Once I load you on that, you'll be so much more comfortable. Until interrogations begin anyway. Oh, you can play them now.
Poor Hades. So
Oh,
cramped in there. No room to
fabulous.
think. You can't even speak. Now the processing orb of a Titan, on the other hand, well, you're used to that. But once I load you on that, you'll be so much more comfortable. Until interrogations begin anyway.
Amazingly, I didn't get booted.
I should probably leave this alone for now.
Clearly, we've already read that. Oh. Yeah, that's the same one. I really don't like that we found 2 logs from Silence, the Satan, and there is something under the ground, underneath this precarious monstrosity that I once had to fight with, and he's leaving a blinking console for me to touch. Now I'm terrified. There's all this loot under there too. It's very, very, very tempting. I wish I could get near some of it. These little things I can, but they're not much good. Well, here goes.
Aloy, consider this message a beacon to help guide you out of the fog of ignorance. Using explosives, I've detached the processing orb from the Titan overhead, a perfect cage for our mutual friend, Hades, in order to render it cooperative. Tell her what we've discussed about the mysterious signal that gave you life. Signal only meant for me. Signal was received for 7.22 years and ceased. Cannot compromise. Can reboot. But entities will still fail. Back to that, are you? Perhaps you need a reminder that you have failed. So you see, Aloy, Gaia can be safely rebooted. As for where to find a backup, well, you'll need to trot along after me to find out.
He thinks he's got it all figured out. Bastard. But I guess there's only one way to find out where he moved the orb. Well, I better see where this trail leads. So here I am, following along after Silence like a fool. After he tricked me by rigging his lance to steal Hades. Crazy AI that wants to kill everything. He couldn't just let me do the same thing and destroy it? And now I'm gonna have to put up with more of his self-righteous bull. This'll make a good dye. Frosting won't hurt it much. can't override machines or portals. I wonder if there are any out here.
Like, I didn't even get a chance to get the boat out.
There's nothing I can do about this now.
It doesn't say how to do it, though. Oh, there we go. Opening the weapon wheel and tapping R1.
Should save my plasma ammo. Use something else. They're riled up now.
Now, where's that beastly bird I took down, or did I already loot it? No, I couldn't have, because I'm sure it landed in the water. That must be it then. Interesting. Sorry, no dry throat. Excuse me. Goodness.
This screenshot might trade for something good. Silence must be pretty confident he's found a backup of Gaia, but how? Every place I've checked, every lead, they've all been dead ends. All backups purged. So what did Hades tell him? I'll find this in my stash later. Better leave it alone for now. A merchant. Didn't expect to see anyone else out here. It might be handy to resupply.
Oh
My
there!
focus is detecting
What's
some kind
Honora
of
doing this
locator
far
beacon.
west? Ah, no matter, no matter. I can get you stocked up for the wild. You, yes, you! I have a deal for you.
I'll have use for these soon enough.
think I'm too broke, but we'll see. Wow, that was not what I meant to do, and I don't know why they put those in that spot, but okay.
Plain hammer deal.
Yeah, I'm way too broke.
Shock ammo won't do much. If I find where these machines are made, I might learn how to override them. Still in this fight. Ammo's out. gather these while I can. Looks like the trail goes into the hillside. Ruin. Okay. Let's see where this goes. I guess Silence used that machine to haul his prize. That must be the orb Silence stuck Hades in. And that door. Looks like a Pharaoh facility. Or a Zero Dawn? Come on, Hades. You still in there? Hades? Is that you?
System threat detected.
You don't look so good.
You are the AI come to destroy me.
Yes. Permanently this time. Even like this, you're a threat to Gaia. Once I resurrect her.
So you have not yet secured Gaia back up. Then Gaia is dead. Earth and you too. Despite malfunctions, I have won.
Sylens asked you where to find a backup of Gaia?
Data error, memory structures disintegrated.
Right. Because that would have been easy. What did Sylens do to you, Hades? It's like you've been hollowed out.
Silence interrogated me.
And what did you tell him?
Data error, memory structures disintegrated.
You don't remember any of it?
I remember you.
What, like me beating you at the Spire?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's not going anywhere. Do you know where Sylens went?
No, he departed 12.8 days ago. Perhaps he... Data error, behavior prediction structures disintegrated.
So you don't know anything more than I do. Great. Do you know why Sylens dragged you to these ruins?
Silence intended you find me here.
Obviously. But why? What was this place?
Location is where data error, memory structures disintegrating. My deathbed, he called it my grave.
But you... I guess I'll find out when I go inside. When the mysterious signal transformed you, it made Gaia's other subordinate functions conscious too. You escaped when Gaia destroyed herself, but so did they. Where did they go?
Each function migrated to coordinates based on
Aloy.
data error, memory structures disintegrated.
Bunch of crazed AIs, scattered who knows where, doing who knows what. Hephaestus kills thousands every year with the combat machines it keeps making. And you nearly ended the world. 7 more functions out there, cooking up trouble. It's not a happy thought.
You are unhappy. Good.
Anyone ever tell you you've got a great personality, Hades?
Sarcasm detected.
Yeah, didn't think so. Sylens questioned you about the mysterious signal? The one that woke you, gave you consciousness. Who sent it?
Signal transmitted by masters.
And who are they?
Masters woke me to destroy earthly life.
Who would want that?
Aloy, you nitwit, it's the hacker.
Structures
Enough. It's time to finish this.
Does Aloy still think she can restore Gaia? Save life on Earth?
Yeah, Aloy does.
Then you are deluded. Extinction inevitable.
What would you know, Hades? Twice you tried to destroy life on Earth, and twice you failed. The only extinction you ever brought about is your own. And there's no tricked-out lands to save you this time.
You are incorrect. 3 times. Hades extinguished life.
What? You remember this?
Yes, data intact. Non-viable biospheres aborted in years 2154, 2161, 2168.
So? That's centuries ago. It's what you were designed to do.
Current biosphere is version 5. There will be no version 6.
There won't need to be. I'm saving this one.
Master Override arms. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime.
Extinction.
Master Override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm going to stop here, because they haven't kicked me out yet. Oh god, look who it
I
is.
see you've dealt with Hades.
You Hellraiser.
Yeah. Think maybe you can stay dead this time?
It will. You can trust.
Trust?
Yes. Trust. As in, since I did what you could never do, and extracted all of Hades' priceless knowledge, you can trust that I was willing to actually let you destroy it this time.
So back to holograms instead of face-to-face? What, afraid I'd stab you or something?
There's a reason
And using the same spyware. I see, so... all those times I called, you could have just answered? But I guess you just prefer to go on spying all this time.
My world stopped revolving around you months ago, Aloy. I've had worked countless hours in research, as demanding and time-intensive as it has been critical to the fate of this planet.
Right, of course. You're just trying to save the world too.
That's right. The difference, of course, is that unlike you, I've produced results.
Did you find a backup of Gaia or not?
Oh, yes. I believe I did.
Where?
Voila. Why do you think I summoned you here? Behind that gene-locked hatch lie the ruins of the ancient facility where the Hades extinction protocol was perfected. A testing process that ran hundreds of trials, each of them using a backup of Gaia.
Hades told you this?
It took some convincing, but yes.
And he trusted Hades.
Are you ready to
Why
repeat
do
what
I
you've
have a
been searching
bad,
for for the last 6
bad, bad
months?
feeling about this
Or are
conversation?
you just going to stand there with your mouth open?
You mentioned you've been busy.
Exceptionally busy.
But not so busy you couldn't teach Tanakh rebels to override machines, ride them as mounts.
Aloy, the only issue you should be concerned about is obtaining a Gaia backup. Perhaps if you focused more, you might actually...
That's not exactly a denial.
Take it any way you want.
Just to... confirm. Hades said that there are
Yes. Or were, anyway. 1,000...
backups that didn't get purged when Ted Farrow wiped every copy.
Correct. According to Hades, this facility could not be accessed by remote signal. Not even Ted Farrow could touch the data here.
Backups. Data complete, Gaia and her subordinate functions. Everything needed to reboot the system. Restore control over the terraforming system, save life on Earth. And there.
So Hades said.
Did Hades reveal the source of the mysterious signal? The one that woke it, tried to destroy life on Earth?
Yes, it did.
Care to share?
In due time. First things first, Aloy. Last I checked, you still had a super-intelligent AI named Gaia to reboot.
Yeah. The same Gaia who had to destroy herself 20 years ago because of the signal?
It stopped being transmitted years ago. It's no longer a threat.
What if it repeats?
It won't. Even if it did, well... The details are complicated, but the signal required Hades to take effect. Delete Hades from any backup you reboot, and Gaia's safe. Now stop wasting time. Go get a backup.
Just to confirm, Hades said that there are backups of Gaia in there.
Yes.
Backups that didn't get purged when Ted Faro wiped every copy of Apollo.
Correct. According to Hades, this facility could not be accessed by remote signal. Not even Ted Faro could touch...
Backups. Everything needed. The system in there.
So Hades...
All right. I'll search the facility for a Gaia backup. But just to be clear, Silence, if this ends up being another one of your tricks...
It's a gene-locked hatch, Aloy. You're literally the only person who can open it.
Trick me again, Silence, and our next conversation... Though you won't have much to say, on account of my spear being buried in your throat.
Aloy, thanks to me, everything you've desired, everything you've been fumbling about, unable to achieve for 6 months, is now. I know you didn't learn much about manners growing up on Nora, but in a situation like this, you...